Hello, guys, and welcome to today's tropical update. And today we're going to be talking about two disturbances here in the Atlantic. This one is disturbance two. We're going to go in reverse order as we're going to go from west to east here. This is a tropical wave located over the west central tropical Atlantic. It is producing limited shower activity. Development, if any, of this system is expected to be slow to occur as it moves west northwest and approaches the Lesser Antilles early next week. The 48-hour chances are near zero, and the low 5 days is low at 20%. Now the thing is here, this has been a 0-20 for the last 2.5 days, so I feel like they maybe marked this system a little too early, but I guess we'll see what happens as we go out through time. This is disturbance number one here. And this is a large area of disorganized cloudiness and showers located at a few hundred miles south of the Cabo Verde Islands, and it is associated with a tropical wave, and it is also associated with a broad area of low pressure. Environmental conditions appear somewhat conducive for gradual development over the next several days. And a tropical depression could form late this weekend, or early next week, while the system moves generally west northwest across the tropical Atlantic. The 48-hour chances of low is at 30%, and 5 days is at 60%. Um, Now, last night at 8 p.m., and maybe it was at 2 a.m., I'm not sure, this was at a 40-70, but they have now dropped it to a 30-60 because the models are really confused about what might happen with this system. So, speaking of 92L, here we go. This is Invest 92L. It's located at 10.2 north, 24.4 west. Maximum sustained winds right now is at 25 knots, or if you're in America like I am, this is 30 miles per hour. Minimal central pressure is at 1,011 millibars. Environmental pressure is not determined. Radius of circulation is not determined. The radius of maximum winds is 90. The radius of maximum winds is 90 miles an hour, or 90 nautical miles. Where did I get 90 miles an hour from? It's not an Allen video without a blunder. Anyways, here's what we got here for Invest 92L, and as you can see, it's pretty much disorganized mess right now, or as the new school people like to call it, it's slop, right? I'm more of the old school type of guy when it comes to this stuff. But as you can see, showers and thunderstorm activity is well, disorganized and displaced from the center. And as you can see the center spinning right in here at near the in the middle of the 26 and the 24 west line here. So it has a few showers, but it's mainly all displaced around the center of circulation here. And let's see what the visible high res looks like. And as you can see, it definitely does have a low level center. And as you can see, the sunlight is starting to move away from the satellite presentation. That means we're going into Demon. That is DMIN, Demon. So what that does is it's pretty much not that conducive for convection activity. Um, and usually Demon helps with the structure a bit. It allows the circulation to tighten up a little bit, or at least this is what I heard. Anyways, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still trying to learn the Demon and DMAX, stuff. Even though I've been tracking since 1999, I'm still, even to this day, I'm still learning new things as I go along. Um, but if it takes advantage of Demon and it tries to tighten up that circulation, it might have a chance to start, getting some more convection around that center during Dmax, which is when the sun starts coming up. So this is what Invest 92L is doing right now. All right, so here we are. We're looking at the GFS model, and as you can see, this is 6 hours from now. We're going to go to 24 hours. And as you can see, here is Invest 92L right now. Let's see what the readings are. As you can see, it's only dealing with 10 knots of shear. It's not that bad in the shear environment, and it has pretty good relative humidity. It's at 85% right now. So if if this wasn't inside of a monsoon trough, I think this would have a pretty not good time. Trying to start up. But unfortunately, for people that love to track the Atlantic like I do, this monsoon trough is probably gonna slay this down a little bit until we get a definitive answer of what's going to go on. All right, so here's 48 hours, and as you can see, um, the GFS tries to form a second area here. I don't think this is the 020 though. This seems to be too far east. Um, at least, hmm, I don't know really what's going on here. This is probably 020 right here. And this is another area that's popping up in the monsoon trough, and this is MS 92L. So we're looking at 92L right now. So let's take a look at the readings here for this. All right, so we're looking at 5 knots of shear. The shear environment is still really good for MS 92L, and so is the relative humidity. So the GFS is making a run here at tropical depression status at least at the moment. Um, we can't rule out a weak, short-lived tropical storm, but right now I'm forecasting a TD if anything. If yeah, like I said, if anything comes out of this. Let's see. Let's go to 72, and as you can see, the next area that the GFS is still keeping at 1013, and this is 92L, which is now at a 1012, pressure here. And it's working with 7 knots of shear and 73% relative humidity. But once again, this monsoon trough is really putting a damper on this system as we go out through time. 96 hours, and as you can see, it's starting to wind down. 92 hours is starting to wind down, but it's also moving more west than most of the GFS runs to date. 5 knots of shear, but as you can see, the relative humidity has really dropped here. So it might be ingesting some dry air at this point. 68 isn't bad, but it's also mediocre at best. And I'm assuming some dry air is getting in there in the process. Actually, let's take a look at that right now. Yeah, there's some dry air here to the west and northwest here, so that might be starting to ingest some of that a little bit. 120, it just goes kaput, and this is the 1013 area that the GFS was hinting at, which is probably not doing anything much at all. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look at the European model. This is initialized at 12Z, which is 8 a.m. So as you can see, it has that secondary vert max that's at a 1015. And as you can see, this is the 020 right here at 1014. This is the secondary vert max at 1013, and this is 92L at 1013. So this is what it's like at 24 hours. 48 hours, you can see the secondary vort max is at 1013, and then 92L is at 1014. You know what? Let's put the. Oh, we can't. That's a shame. Okay, 72 hours, it just goes kaput. This is the secondary vert max, but it's too broad and messy as hell here. 96 hours, secondary vert max. 120 hours, secondary vert max, but it's probably nothing at this moment. Let's take a look at the 850 millibar. Yeah, it's all spread out junk slop, as the people these days like to call it. Until the models can really, really predict what's going to happen, we're not going to have a very good time with this until, something consolidates really good, or a piece of energy disconnects from the monsoon trough and tries to do its own thing. So I will keep you guys updated on Twitter, which I will leave the links down in the description. And I will have another video update tomorrow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.